Okay, today we are going to start some word problems based on time and work and upstream and downstream concept problems. So let's see the time and work problems. For suppose during any vacation, if we give you 100 questions to complete the work in 10 days, 100 questions are given to complete the work in 10 days. So each day, how much you have to do? Each day you need to do 10 questions to complete the work. So if each day we are doing 10 questions to complete the work, what part of the work are you doing each day? 10 questions out of 100 questions you are doing per day. Implies you are completing 1/10th of the work. 1/10th of the work per day. So if a work is to be completed in 10 days, each day you are supposed to do how much of the work? 1/10th of the work. But is it really going to happen that if we give you 100 questions to complete in 10 days, each day are you going to do 10 questions per day? No, it is not so, right? So this time and work is based on an assumption that each day we are doing the same amount of the work. Not only that there is an assumption, there is one more assumption. For example, if two people are employed of different ages, the capacity to do the work of those two different people is same. But here there is one more assumption that if 8 men are employed to complete a work, then all the 8 men have equal capacity to do the work. Similar, but there is a differentiation here, gender discrimination between men and women, that a man has a greater capacity to do the work and a woman has lesser capacity to do the work. But the thing is, each man is having equal capacity and each woman is having the equal capacity. So based on this, the general rule of this time and work is, if a work has to be completed in n days, then the work done by them in one day is 1/nth of the work. So based on this concept, using this concept, we are going to do the example 13 of your textbook. So you will be doing the similar problem from your exercise. Okay, this is one concept, that is time and work concept. Now let us go to the next concept, that is upstream and downstream problems. So what do you mean by stream? A flow of water, right? So water flows in one direction. For suppose water is flowing in this direction from A to B. Okay, so if a man X is swimming in this direction, okay, this is called as the downstream, because he is swimming along with the flow of the water. It is called as the downstream. For suppose there is a river like this. Okay, it need not be always in the slant direction. It could be like this also. Okay, if the river is flowing in this direction or the stream is flowing in this direction, and there is a man Y which is swimming in this direction, which implies he is swimming against the flow of the current. When he is swimming against the flow of the current, this is called as the upstream and this is the downstream. So let us see what happens. For example, the stream is flowing with a speed of A km/h and the man X is swimming at a speed of B km/h. Okay, same is the case here. Stream is swimming at A km/h and a man Y is swimming at B km/h. Okay, the same distance from A to B. The distance is same from A to B. So in which case do we think that he will reach to the B?
Case 1.
Okay, why is it case 1? Because in case 1, that is while he is swimming in the downstream current, what happens is
The water helps him to move forward easily.
the speed of the water helps him to move forward. Okay, or what happens, his speed is increased here whenever there are two moving objects, what we take the concept is, we take the concept of relative speed. What do we call that one? It is called relative speed. Whenever there are two moving objects, in any case, we take the relative speed of those two objects. So here the two moving objects are, stream is also moving with certain speed and the man is also swimming at a certain speed. So the stream is helping him to move quickly, right? So here relative speed in downstream is
x plus y kilometer per hour.
sum of the speeds which is equal to a plus b kilometer
Per hour.
a plus b kilometer per hour. Okay, now while it is upstream, what is happening? He is swimming against
The force of
correct.
the force of water is opposing the man.
Yes, very good. The force of the stream is opposing the man, so implies his speed is decreased. So if the speed is decreased, implies the relative speed has become difference of speeds.
b minus a kilometer per hour.
Difference of speeds implies, is it a minus b or b minus a? Because you can never decrease the speed of the stream, but you can only decrease the speed of the man. So that's why it is b minus a kilometer per hour, but it is never a minus b kilometer per hour, because we can never decrease the speed of the stream. Okay, so this is one of the concept. Okay,